Welcome. Hello. Thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with Enchantress the Babbler, on our evolutionary, revolutionary rise of a high that is happening right now at this time. So while I was suspended, is that the right word? When I was upside down being a bat, um, I was channeling, or just connecting to the divine that I feel connected to at this time, and just, okay, what's going to be the next video highlight, and what is it going to be in regards? And during my hanging upside down, um which is highly advisable. um um you can follow me on Instagram at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS, and learn more about that if you want to too, by subscribing for just only 99 cents, where you would be granted and gifted immediate access to hundreds of infinitely growing content creations, DIY, strategy, recipes, content, material, exclusive solely and shared nowhere else except with subscribers over there on Instagram. You can go over there and tap in, tune into that and stuff like that, and get a lot of DIY strategize and inspiration, motivation over there, for just 99 cents. Anyways, that's a little self advert. But I welcome you all here. Thank you for meeting me here, sharing the sacred space with I. Either way, we're still in the Piscean seasons, the Piscean waters. It's one of my favorite waters to travel in. It's one of my favorite energies to explore. I feel very closely like in symbiotic fluid, symbiotic. I don't even know. I just feel very, I don't know. Either way, when it comes to the Piscean energy, um, and stuff like that. So, even in my own astrological configurations, for those of you that may not know, I have a Pisces moon in Western astrology. And so, either way, I feel like this is an awesome opportunity of a time to really get into our alchemize and align, because we can feel things, and we can also, since we're open to the feelings of things, or whether we're open to them or not, they're there, and it's just amplified with care. We have this opportunity to really grow past that, where we may have been stagnant or stuck, or whatever the case may be. So in this like meditation of mine, um I really felt that healing, this is an excellent time to wash, to cleanse, to purify, to illuminate, and we're also in the full moon energy too of Virgo, right? And stuff. And we have every opportunity and every tool available to us, right? Every kind of access point of opportunity we have. I know it's a matter of perception and stuff like that, but we have this opportunity to really get into our alchemy and not be part of the own self-sabotage of behavioral patterns and conditionings that we might be so accustomed to behaving like, acting like, reacting from these states of conditions. And so, I like to travel these shadow layers, these darker layers of 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 territory that is not comfortable to deal with, that most people avoid. And nah, it's time to just get into the real deal, holy feel, what holds you back for real, what's coming up at this time. And it's not for you to get defensive or be like, oh my gosh, or start being unkind. It's just to magnify that which you must see in order to grow in such a healthy, wealthy, stealthy, evolutionary way. This channel, my channel, if you're here, it's all about healthy evolution, wealthy evolution, stealthy evolution in our namaste moments, right? Creating the alchemy, the divine alchemy that is absolutely needed within our energy layers in order to be the best versions of ourselves, right? And it's always, the channel's always going to promote being the healthiest versions of ourselves. And sometimes that's going to take us through ugly corridors and things like that. So either way, I was shuffling on this, and I pulled this one card, right? Take off your mask. And I'm like, wow. Because even I can get triggered by that if I really want to look at it from that perspective. Like, what do you mean take off my mask? My mask is off. Let's dive in. Let's go a little bit deeper than that too. Because there's still aspects of truth hidden from you that you deny of yourself still to this time. If you're tapping and tuning into this message, there are aspects to yourself that you still keep hidden, even if you are mastering your alchemy and putting yourself out there and moving in ways that you have never moved before. Granted, that's growth, that's evolution, and all this kind of stuff, but there's still something that is part of your condition, that's part of your behavioral patterns and all this kind of stuff that is hidden, that's being kept hidden. And this could really be like the way that I hear it right even right now, like doing what you really want to do, right? Like, what stops you from doing what you really want to do? That's a good question, right? Hold on 1 second. Like, what stops you from doing what you want to do? What stops you from saying what you want to say? What stops you from acting the way that you want to act? What stops you from showing up as the highest, best quality version of yourself in every single scenario? What stops you from being all that you can be? Like, what narrative of in your conditioned response system are you still holding on to that plays out the way that you choose to act or navigate or be or display to others out here? Like, what holds you back from being all of you? You know what I mean? And so I feel like this is a strong, this is a powerful time to unleash, release, unfold, reveal, right? Granted, we are evolutionary beings, and being an evolutionary being, right? We are going to constantly be in the position to evolve, which means change, transform, grow, however that's going to look for each and every one of us. So there's growth here, right? There's this opportunity of evolution that each of us have. How we use it, how we utilize it, how we grow it, how we expand it, how we take part in it. Now that's going to be different for everybody, right? So there's going to be aspects to ourselves that we'll surprise ourselves along the way with revealing unto ourselves even that which we are. So I'm not talking about the revelation of you that comes with time, life experience, and discovering and recovering and all this kind of stuff, right? Because that's just that's like 1 + 1 equaling whatever. Don't get me started on that equation, but but either way, it's inevitable, right? The same way life is a part, it is everything. Death too is inevitable, right? So things, when you are operating from an evolutionary standpoint in everything that you do, even the new parts of yourself that emerge over time. It's revelation, it's discovery, it's enhancement, it's growth, it's transformation, and all this kind of stuff. In the meantime, in our day-to-days, we're in the transition where we're transitioning into these parts of ourselves, these aspects of ourselves, this understanding of ourselves, this understanding, right? And it's a discovery, and that's great. But where are you in your now space that's still wearing a mask, right? And it's like, what do you mean? Not everybody needs to know how I really be. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about you showing up in every single place, no matter what the space is, as your most authentic version of yourself, without a mask, without resistance, without having to tame or dim or be quiet about, like no, it's you show up, and it doesn't mean that you show up rowdy, it doesn't mean that you show up bowdy, it doesn't mean that you show up combative or anything. This has nothing to do with being combative. This means showing up in every single space as you, no matter what that looks like, no matter what that looks like. Not having to front, not having to pretend, not having to show face, none of that shit. Showing up as you in every single space, no mask needed. Right? And this too, this could be like, I'm here I'm on social media, right? Reaching you through these varying platforms. So if you're tapping in, tuning in with me, chances are you too have these different kind of variety of platforms and ways of engagement, right, with others all around the world, in whatever capacity you have it in, whether you are someone that does videos like this or just someone that socializes. It doesn't matter, right? Whom shows up in each of these spaces, right? And the discovery part of how you emerge, unfold, and align and alchemize over time, that's going to change. There's stuff about my own social media presence that as I grow and evolve, I make changes as I change, as I transform. I learn new ways of doing stuff and all this kind of stuff. But the question here is not that it is new, which is unknown to you, that comes and it's like, okay, that's cool. It's the you who shows up in each of these spaces, in each of these parts. Whom is showing up? Are you the most authentic version of you? And it's so easy to get swept away in energies that could dominate a certain kind of platform when they're not showing up as their authentic versions of themselves. And here you are falling for the act or the show, and then these energies underlying these things, and they're just like with a I don't know, and so it can get confusing, right? Because you're intermingling with false energies out there that could be acting a certain type of way, right? Because look at how this inflation of even just celebrity social medias and all this kind of stuff, like, or how about all these apps and all these filters and all these kind of things that give off this false sense of reality that people fall for, right? This is why I like in terms of how I post and stuff, I make sure that just as much as I use a filter, that I also don't use one, right? So that, and no matter what space I show up as, you're getting all of me, and I'm not going to deny any aspect or version of myself. It's all of me in different portions of expressions and whatever the case may be. So that's what I mean, like showing up, like as you, even if you have a, like, it's just being you, and being free to be you, and not not stopping yourself or from allowing yourself to be. So it's like walking into a room of an energy and then all of a sudden getting all quiet down, because never mind, I'm not going to speak. Why are you putting on that mask that doesn't allow you to be free? So this could be an industry too. This could be the type of industry you're in. Like, there's a lot of people that go through this kind of stuff, that they have to conform in some kind of way to the industry that they're in, because if they don't, then that it fudges with their money, or it fudges with their stability, or what they won't do, someone else will, and then they don't want to lose their spot and what this is and all this kind of stuff or whatever. So this is the type of illusion, this is the type of mask that we're being asked to really see through, even within ourselves, where we're showing up not fully authentic, even if we say we are, even if others believe that we are. Like, the real deal. Like, you can lie to others, but you can't lie to yourself. I mean, people do it all the time, but I mean, look at the hell of a ride of a life that they end up having for going down that path. Right? So take off your mask. Stop trying to appear different to who you really are. It's time to take off your mask and be the real you. You cannot get the love and attention you are craving by pretending to be someone you are not. Why are you so frightened to be honest with yourself and others? Do you feel that you will lose friends and opportunities by showing others your imperfections, fears, and vulnerabilities? Are you constantly doing things to please others, even if doing this does not work for you? This card indicates that you need time to get to know yourself and what is important in your life. You will know that you're evolving when other people's judgments of you no longer impact you. If you have an incredible talent, believe in yourself. Don't hide your greatness because others feel envious or resentful. Remember, every great leader had people who loved them and believed in them, as well as those who doubted and disliked them. Take a few deep breaths and focus on your body. Reflect upon in which areas of your life you are wearing masks and not being authentic. Think of different situations that make you feel vulnerable. Imagine taking off the mask that you wear and speaking honestly with kindness to a particular person who intimidates you. Take back your power. Give yourself permission to be real and to say what you mean from a place of gentleness and compassion. That's great. Let's do that, right? No matter what your gender is, I'm not gender specific. I speak energy, right? I speak to the souls, right? Let's heal the yin energy, the feminine energy existing within our beings, right? Let's pass this over with some clarity, with some purification, some clear quartz point, right? Removing all negativity, absorbing all that which doesn't serve, removing the mask, right? Appreciating the beautiful, beautiful specimen that we are, right? Appreciating, loving ourselves by far, right? Here we are, right? We are creating the atmosphere to be supportive to our energy environment too. Removing all that does not serve, right? Feel this cleanse, this wash, right? We're taking off your mask. We're taking off our mask. Here we go, mask off. I can be myself. I am free to be myself. mask off. I am free to be me in all arenas and areas of my life. I am free from judgment, from personal judgment and condemnation. Right? I am free to be myself, even if I don't know whom that is. I am free to allow the exploration to be coming from my most honest of selves that is conscious and true to the opportunity that I am being presented with at this moment in time to just simply be myself. In love with the adventure of discovering the I that's within I love exploring my shrine. My hive is healthy, wealthy, stealthy, and I stand tall in my evolutionary conscious position. I am powerful when I am empowered genuinely, authentically to all that I am, which is unique and rad. I am beautiful, right? Swash with some love, right? Clearing the layers. We breathe in through our nose, out through our mouths. This is your opportunity to use this healing space of a time that's being created with the ambiance of healing alchemy that you seek, that you need, that you want. Don't look at it like anything else except use your mind's eye, your imagination to connect with the energy of this card, of the transference of crystallized energy. There is no such thing as space that separates both you and I. That is just an illusion, a distortion of the earthly 3D perspective. There's so much multidimensional, interdimensional perspective that we're adding to this alchemization of transmutation, transformation. Feel the healing vibes as we wash away all that doesn't serve you in any kind of way. Mask off. Love on, mask off, love on, mask off, love on you, right? Heart chakra 2. Accept this long distance Reiki energy healing. Close your eyes and allow for our energy exchange to happen at this time. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Right? And as we do, we just shake it off. Peace, peace, I am peace. I have an energy of peace, peace, peace. Right? But think about how freeing that is when you get to just really, truly allow yourself to to when you allow yourself to really express yourself freely. From my own personal experience, right? I can honestly say that the times that I've trapped, I used to even, and I think about this with the throat chakra clearing too. When my throat chakra was so blocked, right? When I wasn't really being my authentic self, or speaking, or people pleasing, or being a victim of my circumstance, but or just not or dimming my light because other mother fudgers made me feel a type of way, that it made me feel like I couldn't be myself because it made others uncomfortable, or but we get through those distortions and things like that. But what was I saying? That I used to suffer. I used to suffer from tonsillitis a lot. Like, I'm talking about when I did get the way that I got sick. Whenever I did get sick, was my tonsils. Right? I would get inflamed tonsils, tonsillitis, and all this, and end up becoming dehydrated with fever and have to take antibiotics and all this kind of stuff. And let me tell you, it's been over 15 years or so since I've ever experienced anything such as tonsillitis. Did I get surgery? No. There is massive quantum transformation that occurs when you do certain things and you stick to certain things and you go and you make a choice, right? Healing is a choice. It's a conscious choice that one must make, right? And so when you make that decision and you really put in the work, right? Because that's what you got to do. Like, it's one thing to be knowledgeable, it's another thing to apply that knowledge, right? So when you apply that knowledge, you become that master alchemist that works in your favor. And only time, this is where time is of truth, because time will reveal all things in divine right time. And so when you do and you actually do the work, time will reveal that to you too. It was hard to see that any connection with my tonsillitis and how I was going to perceive or note this kind of master healing that took place, that only time revealed unto me. I didn't start practicing my expressions and doing stuff and following my intuitive path and lifestyle and all this kind of stuff, like a true servant to the surrender, like I surrendered to my calling, right? Even though I didn't know what that looked like yet, right? So for many of you may not know exactly what that calling looks like fully, but you got inklings, and that's going to come with your talents, your skills, where you feel called upon to speak, to act, to express. And those are going to be the things that bring you closer and in more energy of harmony than anything else that you can read as many books as you want, but until you start applying that which you must, you're the willer of that change. You're the one that wills that into existence. So the point I'm trying to make about the tonsillitis is that was never part of the plan. I had no idea at that point in time that by my diligence, practice, my push towards my alchemy and mastering that, my dedication, my conscious choice that I was making towards that path, that was going to release me from a suffering that I just thought had to do with my tonsils, it's just something I get. Like, I had no idea that was
that was going to be the cause and effect. So flash forward 10 years later, and I'm like, wow, I've never gotten tonsillitis again. Well, let me see what's going on here. And you go, because you're the master alchemist of your life, and you can do this timeline, and you can really like weigh this all out. Like, what happened here? What changed? Was it my diet? Was this? Was that? Was this? What's going on? Like, what? All of this kind of stuff. And knock, and the door shall open. Ask, and ye shall receive. I was at a divine point in time that I was asking the divine in me that exists within me, the connection that's within me, to answer these questions for me and show me the way. Because now, conscious be a wave, and I'm awakened to this state of new being within myself that has gone through a transition, that has transformed, and now I'm noting it, and now I want to acknowledge the process, the details, and I would like to understand this better. And that's how it happens, right? Many of the times we can get stuck on the stupid part, stuck on stupid, in regards to needing to know all the detailing and answers now, because it needs to make sense. And we can like that, we can become real OCD with needing to know every single thing, and that's impossible. Our human vessel does not contain enough electromagnetic energy fields. It's not even in the right light body to be able to possess all. So just understand it from a spirit science perspective, like that's just a dead end street you're going. Like it's there's no destination. The journey is the destination, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, time will reveal to you the success of that, all that you do. You're not doing it in vain, right? Ebony. Sorry for my cat in the background. I make these things, right? I make a lot of things. Everything is all one of a kind, right? At witchyutopian.com. 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 witchyutopian.com for one-of-a-kind handcrafted goods that are wonderful, right? So what do we have here? So we are seeing some Gemini, and I'm over here seeing Aquarius and Cancer. 143. I always say that's I love you. Right? 143, 431. Right? You could be 43 years old, 41 years old, 41 years old, 43 years old, 34 years old, 31 years old, right? Could be an Aries. So double Gemini here, right? Could be life path number 4, life path number 1, life path number 3, life path number 2, 6, 4 again. You could be 42, 44. If you've been born in 1962, you could be 26 years old. If you've been born in 1966, 1999, 1997, 1991, 2001. Could be 54 years old. Life path 5, life path 4, life path 8. Right? Strong Jupiter showing up in here. You even got Uranus. Right? Uranus is right here. Right? You even got Pluto. Pluto, Uranus, Jupiter, Venus. We're bringing up that south node placement again. So definitely go, I don't know which video it is, but I'll try to link it and watch the video in regards to the south node. I don't know what the video is called, but
we were talking about healing the South Node, and it's very informative, insightful, and very good video for you to watch. You should watch all my videos anyways. But right, you could be right here. What else is showing up? Got Libra, Pisces, Aquarius again, Pisces, Aquarius, Pisces and Aquarius, Capricorn. I didn't mean to change that, but before that, I was looking, because when I was looking at Virgo on the side over here. So Virgo, Scorpio, doesn't matter. Let me see from this perspective. Right, you could be 51 years old, you could have been born 1962, 1969, be 42, I said, right? 41, 40, maybe 51, 56, 52. Maybe 21, 26, 1976, 1978. Maybe 59. Life path 4, 3. Maybe 21, 26, 25. Be 48. Alrighty. So so what's it gonna be? You know what I mean? Like, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be with how you choose to go about and being yourself? Sorry. Which ones are those? That is Virgo and Aries. Virgo, Aries, and Taurus. You may have Virgo, Aries, and Taurus. Virgo, Aries, and Taurus in your chart too. What advice do we have to lend to the you that is here in regards to the expression of you? But the void within my heart refused, even thus to be filled. I longed for the love which had before filled it to overflowing. Right. And so that too, right, it could be very discouraging. The love meter, no matter where you are in your life, even if you're coupled or partnered with somebody, that longing of overflowing adoration, love, receptivity, being craved, longed for, right? That could also keep the mask on, because it's getting through the secret layers of yourself that does want the adoration, acceptance, love, and all this kind of stuff, and also getting to the evolutionary self that doesn't need it, feels it within themselves, and then also honestly feels it too. So for this too, this could be a false sense of self-acceptance, right? It could be like, to the world, you got them believing that you accept yourself fully, right? Unmasked and all, and you're the leader of that type of development or evolution. But meanwhile, your energy reveals something different, right? This is not to call out, this is not to shame, this is not to say, oh, you're not real in any kind of way. Obviously, this is your path, and if this is the path you're on, and this is that what you do, it's just getting into the right harmony of alchemy for you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the pretending, right? This could be also like fake flexing, right? This could be acting like something is some type of way when it's really not, right? This is like, you know what else I've noticed on social media? And again, I don't mean to call this kind of shit out, but it's real shit. Even comments be fake, especially on YouTube. People write their own comments. There are services out there where you can make it seem like you have all this adoration around you. And for those of you that are tapping and turning on, tuning in, that you're not about that and all this kind of stuff or whatever, this is to highlight for you that that's the way it fucking be. Like real, some real shit, right? Don't be fooled by the mass, the inflation of this society of people that have this self-importance longing within their energy, that they want to be revered, they want to be loved, they want to be adored in such ways that they'll do anything to make it seem that way. Okay, they'll do anything to make it seem that way, down to filters, down to, yo, they don't even look like themselves, down to fake ass comments that they bought through a service or wrote out themselves, like you can hear it in all of that kind of stuff, down to everything down to everything. So what's really real? And for those of you that stop yourselves, right, and dim your light, or feel like you don't measure up to this imagery out there, that's bullshit. Half of the imagery out there is bought, okay, bought, real holy feel. That's why the people that be doing this a lot, like long, and you see like, oh, how come your stuff like hasn't taken off and all that? Because they haven't gotten those measures that other people have inflated themselves with. Granted, sometimes when you inflate yourself that way, it takes off and you can become successful all of a sudden because people believed in the inflation. But the investment in the inflation is really real out there. I could not believe that there are fake comments. I was like, what? That makes sense. And then once you know it, like, it's like, oh shit, you see it
immediately. You know what's real and what's not. You know what I mean? Seriously. There's a whole business out there that allows you to wear this mask and make something seem or appear to be something that it's really not. It's just that person's overinflated ego selling themselves to be the greatest. Oh, I just felt that shit. This triggers somebody. And again, I'm not speaking to anyone specific, but it is what it is. And if you're triggered by it, then take off your mask. That's it. Or wear it. And don't be triggered by anything that anybody else got to say about it because they notice it. Don't be mad. Be you. Be like, so what? Hop off. Stay in your lane. Okay. That's what I do. That's what I do. That's how I be. Oh, well, you don't like it? Hop off. Vice versa. You know what I'm saying? Right? But yeah, it's like a doggy dog world out there of mask of inflations that all want the attention and the spotlight to be solely on themselves, and they're willing to do anything to get there. That's like yeah, that's like, you know, this made me think of something that Kim Kardashian had said. I don't know where, I don't know when, and I don't know where I heard this from, but I remember hearing her say it specifically. I don't know what kind of interview it was. I don't fucking remember. Don't ask me for those kind of details. I don't follow shit like that. But she said that she would do anything, including like something with baby's blood or something like that. Like, I don't know, like, or she would eat shit. Oh yeah, she would eat shit if it meant to keep her always forever young. So that's like this social media land, this world, these people that want it that bad, like they will eat shit literally every day if it meant for them to be popular, to appear this kind of way, to keep this kind of facade going. Like willing to do all of that. Like, I'm not eating shit. I'm a gag. I'm gagging in my mouth just talking about it. You get what I'm saying? But it really, really be like that. And that's because that three of quills, that three of swords, that pain, that inner healing that needs to be done. Like we say, take off your mask, but the healing to taking off your mask must be done in order for the mask to come off. You know what I mean? Like, so this pain is real. This emptiness, this hurt, this trauma, this victimization, this misuse. Like people like this, like this, like whatever, have been misused. We've all been misused. This is a heart of compassion, the way that I'm feeling this out right here. People that need, crave, desire, and absolutely would do anything to appear or get the energy of attention and stuff like that. Like even lie. People be lying about making up. Oh my God, that's another thing. There's people that fucking lie about stuff going on in their life so that they can gain your sympathy, your empathy, or even get money from you. Oh, you know, and so there's a lot of that going on. Like people will play the part in order for you to see them this way, but it's a vampiric kind of energy because it's a mask. So you feed them the attention, you feed them the sympathy, you feed them all this kind of stuff, taking away from you. And what this looks like on the inside, they start looking like this on the outside, and then your outside starts looking like this. You know what I mean? Don't get scared. Just open your eyes.
and don't live a lie. That's how you won't get caught up in these kind of entanglements with those energies, even if you meet those kind of energies of people. Just because you meet them doesn't mean you're not hanging with them unless you want to, and that's birds of a feather flock together in that kind of degree. But they're here to also show you the misery that be hitting deep. You know what I mean? So what else do we need to see is going to be helpful to those tapping in, turning on, tuning into this message, right? So the Six of Wells. Now, right, our thoughts, thou shalt not vanish. Now our visions near to vanish. From thy spirit shall they pass, no more like dewdrops from the grass. Six of Wells. We live to tell, right, about that which we are going to bring into our energy sphere and surface, right? Six of Wells, 3, 3, 6. We're moving forward. You could be 36 years old too. So for this message right here is completely different from where I'm going from the others too. Hold on. This is different. Remember, this is a variety. This is public. So it's whatever I'm going to be picking up, and that's how I'm going to articulate. You could be 36 years old. And you could be getting into the position of self-honesty about how you feel about a lot of things, especially maybe about somebody else or love, career, life, just whatever is being mirrored to you at this time that's coming up from your wells of emotion that you live to tell, right? So there's a certain kind of depletion, right, within, right, that has pained you or caused stagnation somewhere. And there's some kind of acknowledgement happening here about your own inner truth about how you feel, right? So it's like taking the mask off for real. It's like, now I live to tell. Now I live to the individual who purloined it is known, this beyond a doubt. Five of Coils, Five of Swords, right? He was seen to take it. It is known also that it still remains in his possession. So yeah, so right. So there's a 50-50 crowd up in here, right? 30, it could be 35, 36. This could be like this could have started at 35 and then the conclusion comes in at 36, right? Just saying, or 1963, whatever the case may be, doesn't matter. But if you this right, or if you're the person, it doesn't matter. Either way, the person feeling this kind of way in the inside, right, needs to bring something out from within, right? But there's a resistance here. I feel like whoever I'm talking to here, you resist being vulnerable. You resist being real truthful. You resist accountability, or you deny still some leveling of feeling existing within your shrine, within your hive. And you need to make a choice about that. Believe nothing you hear and only one half that you see, right? And so there's a choice you have to make in regards to what you plan to do, in regards to bringing up this, how you feel, because you're creating the conflict by not choosing what it is that you need to do for yourself. It's like you stay hidden
and you know that like it's like the ball being in your court, right? But you gotta be this fool. There is no passion in nature so demonically impatient as that of him who shuddering upon the edge of precipice thus meditates a plunge. Right. And so it's coming into this full like sense of wonder and being daring and bold to like, so it's like admitting how you feel about something and then going about and doing it. It's like admitting how something makes you feel, someone makes you feel, this makes you feel, that makes you feel, and then finally surrendering to that experience and taking that fool's dive and plunge, right? And going into the world of the unknown, authentically true to yourself. So this is all about, right, coming into your true authentic self, mask off in every kind of way, and being the fool to surrender to the experience without hurting yourself or sabotaging a situation that could be great, that could be fulfilling, if only you stop wearing a mask. Whew. Anywho, right? So that was pretty deep. So thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in with I, Enchantress the Babbler, on our evolutionary, revolutionary rise of a high that is happening at this time. I want to thank you so much for tapping in, turning on, tuning in. We have a live party that is soon to come into existence, date to be announced, because we reached another milestone here of 1,000 plus subscribers, and so we reached our 10,000 plus subscriber goal and over a million views, and we're just so excited about the growth of this channel too. So I want to thank all of you. This is your opportunity to like this video, please. Don't be a douche. Thank you so much. Especially if you watched it. Like if you watched it and you don't like it, like what the fuck is the problem? Like seriously. But anyways, that's on you. But either way, till next time, remember all of these videos are previously recorded and aired at a later date. So by the time you receive this, may you all be divinely alchemized and well. But remember that this day has long passed. This is time travel at its best, right? Past, present, future, all existing simultaneously at the same time. So my now, which is your future, says hello in your present, in our present. Say, I love that in every kind of way. So yeah, so may these messages resonate with you and inspire and invoke and motivate you to be the best version of you every single day. Yeah, definitely follow the master link, click the master link so that you can connect with me on every single platform that is available. You can follow me on Instagram for free too, not just for 99 cents, but for free at Enchantress, ENCHANTRESS. That's me, the one and only. Yeah, and then also stay tuned to another enchanting musical 333s that will be airing soon, you know what I mean? And also the evolutionary vlogs where we discuss and talk my own spiritual lifetime transcendentalist journey that I am opening up and finally sharing with the world. You can always check out the playlist. You can always go to the community board too. I post daily on the community board. I love creating memes that I make myself and also sharing other memes that I find from other people and also other YouTube videos that I enjoy watching aside from spirituality too. You know me, I'm an animal lover as well, so I share a lot of animal stuff over there too. And that's just how it be. Yeah, and thank you so much for everything. Also, one of my other videos, I had said alchemistic poetess on Instagram, but it's alchemistic poetess on TikTok, so just correcting that. Yeah, and so till next time, thank you so much for meeting me here. Bye.